You're their only lifeline, just a hero, a bullet for hire, working alone. Always a voice, a cry in the darkness, an echo of pain that's been long forgotten, but it haunts me, my destiny to be alone. There's a time when you see life for what it's gotta be. You should know they'll destroy you, but call to me to keep searching, walk alone.
This is all over the place. What in the hell kind of intro is this? Oh, sweary. I'm assuming the load times are better on PC. And I think this just came out or is coming out on Xbox and PlayStation. My God.
Zach.
Zach. Are you there?
Zach. Can you hear me, Zach?
Guess I'll answer.
There you are, Zach. Sleeping again?
Not through that fever dream of an intro we just went through.
Well, rise and shine. It's time for us to head back out into the chaos. Isn't that right, Zach?
Okay. Anytime. No rush or anything. We're only like an hour into this and we have not done anything other than walk up a flight of stairs. Deadly Premonition 2. A blessing, God. (2005) summer. Bucare, Louisiana. Bird.
Zach, it looks like she wants us to join her for breakfast. Perhaps this town's finally starting to warm up to us.
Oh, it's even trying to share. What is that smile?
Look at that, Zach. She's welcoming us with open arms. She's even willing to share that tasty morsel with us. What an honor.
Hurry up and chow down, mister. Unless you like your breakfast stale.
What an amazing place. I've been on top of the moon since the moment I got here. And the name of this wonderful town, Le Carre, sounds like French to me. But what does it mean?
I'm the chef, David. If you want to know about the town, you'd better ask the concierge. Only amateur chefs flap their gums about stuff that ain't food related.
David Jawara. Chef.
Did you hear that, Zach? He's a true professional.
You say something, mister?
No, not to you. I was just talking to Zach.
Zach?
Please don't ask me about Zach. It's a private matter.
I mean, I name my lobsters before I
You say
eat
so.
them.
Still.
It's
Never thought
weird.
the
Just
FBI would
don't
ever
mind me.
Come out to a little old town like ours.
I do work for the FBI, but I didn't come here for an investigation. I just happened to stop by on my way to New Orleans.
Never thought there'd be a murder out here either. And it was a 16-year-old kid. Now I tell you, this country's seen better days. What you reckon, mister?
Zach, he's definitely a professional, but it seems like he's also a bit lonesome. That's good. Ambivalence exists everywhere.
Folks say the killer used an axe. Hell of an old-fashioned choice if you ask me.
I don't normally flap my gums until I go into detail about a murder of a 16-year-old.
Actually, Chef David, if you don't mind, I'd like to ask you a few questions about the incident.
But shoot, I ain't the one you ought to be asking, Mr. FBI. I only heard what I heard. But seeing as you're fixing to grill me, I can tell you what I know.
Please do. I appreciate it.
What do you know about the victim?
You said the victim was a 16-year-old. Did you know her?
Well, sure. I reckon the whole town did.
Meaning?
She's Lise Clarkson, the little grandbaby of the Clarkson family.
Oh, that's the body they find in the future.
The Clarkson family?
That's right. You ain't seen they sign on your way in here? The one above that huge cold storage complex. Should have had a dragonfly on it. Anyway, that's the Clarkson family seal. They own most of the land around here, from the sugar plantations right down to the food processing plant. Yeah, I reckon they got a stake in just about everything.
That's like how every small town movie, like every small town in a movie, there's always one family that just owns everything.
On the edge of town, you know. They're the ones who built up this town, and they still support it.
Where's the Clarkson's house?
What do you know about the Clarkson's house?
Now, I ain't got nothing bad to say,
But their house is a shithole, let me tell you what.
but I'm gonna talk straight to you. You best steer clear of that place. That family ain't just some gang. They're a whole different kind of beast. They folks with real power. Remnants of the good old boys who shaped America in the early days. Especially the head of the family, P.J. Clarkson. He's the kind of monster who goes around eating other monsters.
I can't take somebody serious when their first name is just initials. It makes them sound,
And I'm sure
I don't
you're
know, like a
amazed
little
now with
kid
your
or something.
grandfather getting murdered and all.
I'm sure he's on edge now with his granddaughter getting murdered.
Don't go barging in with that shiny FBI.
He might be a little
badge of
upset
yours and
about
think
that.
you'll be safe or nothing. Things are different down here. So if you plan on sticking around, you best remember that.
I see. I'll keep that in mind.
What's the local law enforcement doing?
Is the local law enforcement investigating the case?
Shoot, mister, what you think? Now, I told you this ain't no city. We in the bonafide boondocks here.
We don't investigate murders around these parts.
They got to know how to break up fights and keep folks from killing each other when they pissed you off. They sit down and talk it out with you heart to heart, and when that don't work, they just beat your ass. That's the deep south for you. This murder ain't like that, though.
If I remember this game right, should keep a running total of how many times they say Deep South.
A little kid got killed. A weird way, like something on a TV show. The sheriff's department ain't never seen nothing like this.
What do you know about New Orleans?
Live and Let Die, Angel Heart, and The Pelican Brief. Right? 9 out of 10 people will name those titles when you ask them to think of a film set in New Orleans.
In The Pelican Brief, I don't think I've seen the other two.
They're all excellent movies, but to me they lack realism. Due to my line of work, I have a tendency to think deeply about what feels real and what doesn't.
What's your point?
Cat people.
That should never be a response to what's your point? Cat people. What do you mean, cat people?
That's my point. Cat
people.
1982, directed by Paul Schrader.
I've never seen that either.
The crowning achievement of Nastasia Kinski, the ultimate muse of the 80s. The most vital element of that movie is the reality it depicts. Leopards who turn into humans have intercourse with humans and turn back into leopards.
I'm sorry, what? Maybe there's a reason why I haven't seen this movie.
And they can only turn back into humans again if they mutilate their lovers. I was awestruck by the sheer reality of it all.
Now I'm strangely curious.
Understand? I'm talking about hyper-realism. After watching it, I felt like I just had to experience the world of cat people for myself.
I'm sorry?
That's why I decided to visit New Orleans.
Now all I gotta do is find me a cat person.
Okay.
Another vital element of cat people is the presence of Malcolm McDowell.
Oh, really? He's in that movie, really?
Malcolm McDowell from Blue Thunder. Talk about a masterpiece. Listen carefully, David. Only an amateur would call A Clockwork Orange his best movie.
Honestly, I've never seen Blue Thunder.
His best movies are Cat People and Blue Thunder.
In Clockwork Orange, it's pretty good.
Period. You need to remember this, because it's the truth.
Can't really think of too many Malcolm McDowell movies, though.
Whatever you say, mister. So, what's your point again?
Never mind, don't worry about it.
How many times do I have to tell you? Cat people.
I already covered all the important parts.
It was a bizarre murder?
When you say it was like something from a TV show, what exactly do you mean?
Hey, mister. Why do you look so excited, huh?
Oh, sorry. Murder just really gets me going, you know.
Read him a fairy tale.
I just can't seem to keep myself away from young women who died in bizarre ways.
Also, should never be a response to something that someone says to you.
Well, I ain't seen it with my own eyes, but folks say they found the body hanging under a bridge on the bayou. And under that bridge, there was some kind of altar.
Ah, so Southern cult
An
kind of
altar?
thing.
Like something they use in black magic. Something horrible.
Oh yeah, I guess like voodoo, huh? Because we are in the deep south,
Voodoo?
as they will remind us a million
Nah.
times.
Wasn't nothing like that. Just a weird altar.
That's all?
Oh, and the body was all cut up in pieces.
Oh,
Scattered around the altar like.
I thought you said it was hanging, or oh wow, or all the
So
pieces
she
were
was
hanging.
sacrificed.
Yeah.
That's what the fella who discovered her said, yeah.
Bingo, Zach. This case has got our names all over it.
How can I get around town?
By the way, Mr. FBI, I ain't seen a car in the parking lot. How'd you get all the way out here, huh? Don't tell me you walked.
Well, that's a very good question. Chef David, you've got a sharp eye. It's true that I didn't park my car in your parking lot. Do you know why?
Can't say I do.
Because it was stolen.
Huh? But you with the FBI, right?
Even FBI cars can be stolen. It could happen after you park your car on the side of the road and go off to do some legwork.
You just leave the keys in it?
When you're eating lunch, when you're watching a movie, when you're asleep at night, when you're buying cigarettes at the local supermarket. Your car can be stolen anywhere. That's precisely what it means to be an FBI agent. In my case, my car was stolen while I was on my way down here. But no need to worry. I already reported it to the local authorities. And I've also already acquired another mode of transportation.
Another mode?
Want to hear the details?
Not really,
No, I don't really care.
but I'll listen if you want me to.
Then please do. After I finished my work in Houston, I flew to New Orleans. Then, I rented a car at the airport. Whenever I visit the West Coast, I always rent a convertible. Especially in California. But now I'm in hot and sticky Louisiana. So, I decided on a brand new hybrid car with a fully equipped air conditioning system.
A hybrid car in 2005? Really?
A hybrid car.
Oh yes, they're marvelous. Vehicles that utterly defy everything you think you know about cars.
And they're really gonna take off, I have a feeling.
Now, in the year 2005, it feels like we finally entered the 21st century. Stomp down on the gas all you want. The engine won't make a sound.
It's silent?
At first, I felt like the landscape was moving past me on its own. Give it a few more years, and I'm sure we'll start seeing cars that run purely on electricity.
It might take more than a few.
Who knows? In a decade or so, electric sports cars may end up.
I mean,
lining
we're
the parking
just
lots of
now
Silicon
getting
Valley.
there to where it's a lot more common, I suppose.
I can see it now. It's the world of The Last Starfighter. 1984, directed by Nick Castle. It's famous for being the first film to utilize realistic CG, but I couldn't care less about that. See, I was mesmerized by the beautifully refined mech designs.
It is a decent
It
movie.
even made me wish that I could be one of them myself. Especially the Gunstar spacecraft. No other sci-fi movie has ever had.
I don't remember it too well, but I remember it wasn't awful.
So, where'd your hybrid car get stolen?
Sorry, I got off topic. I noticed it was missing after I finished my lunch and walked out of the diner. Incidentally, this diner was located at the entrance to a small town just south off the I-10. I went out to get back in it, but my hybrid car was nowhere to be found.
The joke's on them because it's 2005 and they're not going to find anywhere to charge it.
I remembered exactly where I parked it, right between a blue pickup truck and a hedgerow. But when I came back from lunch, it had completely vanished. In short, someone stole it. And in its place, they left me this.
What?
Oh, sick ride,
A
bro.
skateboard.
A skateboard?
Yes. While I was sliding my lunch into my stomach, someone was busy replacing my brand new hybrid car with a wooden board attached to 4 wheels.
Now, as a skateboarder myself, riding a skateboard down the road, depending on the road, it can suck really hard. Especially like a board like that. And your legs would hurt so bad.
So then how did you get here?
By riding the skateboard, obviously. Why do you look so surprised?
And you just hit one rock and you're dead. You're basically dead.
No, I couldn't ride the board very well at first. But by the time I hit the 3-mile mark, I'd more or less gotten the hang of it.
Like, I've probably gone a couple miles. Probably at most. Probably about 2 or 3 miles down the street.
By the 10
And
mile
it's a
mark,
lot of
I
work.
even learned to do a few tricks. It was a journey of self-discovery. Not even I knew I had this latent talent sleeping inside me.
This summer's gonna be another hot one. It's supposed
Just
to get
change the
over around
subject.
5 today. Watch out you don't go get heat
Today.
The Felice Clarkson case needs us. Don't you think so, Zach? The cat people are what guided us to New Orleans. We should be thanking Malcolm McDowell. Once we get home, let's watch Blue Thunder again. I'm already looking forward to it. Aren't you, Zach? Zach. The searing light. These scents. It's the deep
I knew it.
South.
Deep South.
That was a
Oh yeah, I
fabulous
have food
breakfast.
that's freezing cold
You're
now.
the world's greatest chef.
Man, that's a hell of a breakfast. Lobster, I think that's maybe supposed to be an omelet. And maybe that's a roll or a giant onion. I don't know.
Wait, mister. You didn't take a single bite.
Bowl of rice or something. Probably supposed to be grits.
Well, the tea was to die for. But I'd prefer coffee next time. What would a morning be without coffee?
Oh yeah, because don't they have like some kind of special coffee they drink down there too? Like in New Orleans? I don't remember what it's called. I don't think I've ever had it either. Oh my god. The game has officially given us control, I think. Oh, I can move. An hour and 22 minutes in. And I can finally move. Metal Gear, eat your heart out. Man, this is a hell of a breakfast buffet they got going on here. Is that pizza? For breakfast? Mind if I do? Oh my god, this game runs horrible on Switch. Those patches, they said fixed it and made it run better. 203. Oh, crouch button. Is there a... Oh, okay. Red room allows you to enter... Plus allows you to enter the red room. Inside, you can access the journal, inventory, map, config, title screen, album, guidebook, data, link board. So it's just your menu screen. Which is weird because it says plus, but I hit the X button, not start. Start actually does the quest log. Whoop. Punch. Oh yeah, look at that high quality reflection. Do not enter. We have blocked off the entire entrance. Oh yeah, looking good.
San Rouge. I've been chasing it all over America. But I feel like we're finally on the verge of finding something now. Don't you, Zach?
Oh, this is the OG Deadly Premonition music. It does not come up enough in this game.
I think it's about time we ordered a new briefcase. Yes, I know this one carries a lot of memories, but it's seen too much. This hole's from the shootout in Tucson. And this, Miami. Now that was a fascinating case. Billy, our perp, cut his own torso right in two.
What?
Even with the help of the drugs, a feat like that still requires incredible mental force.
And these other cases sound insane.
I was so impressed that I forgot I'd left my briefcase on the floor. Same floor his blood gushed out onto.
Remember that case where that guy cut himself in two? Man, that was crazy. I forgot my suitcase. It was so crazy.
I know, Zach, I know. Now isn't the time for a trip down memory lane.
Evidence organization, start. Sang Rouge.
An emergent drug that's been on the rise in 4 southern states. Personally, I think it originated right here in Louisiana.
Would it be because it has a name like Sang Rouge?
And Lise Clarkson's murder must be connected to it somehow. The 16-year-old girl who was murdered.
Why would you think those are connected? There's like no evidence of that
Her
yet.
body was found beneath a bridge over the bayou, along with a strange altar. The powerful man who essentially
E.J. Clarkson.
controls the town of Lucare. And he seems to be more fearsome than your average gangster. I doubt he'll be willing to cooperate with any law enforcement, Zach.
Evidence organized.
You know, I keep thinking about that movie we stopped to see on our way here, Zach. The Island, 2005,
Oh.
directed by Michael Bay.
Which one's that?
For a movie being shown at a cinema complex, it was surprisingly artistic. An experimental setting mixed with hard-hitting drama. It was art house sci-fi. That director's going to change the history of art house films.
Got some bad news for you. If you give it like another year or two, there's this movie called Transformers, right?
Are you following me here? This is another special film that's setting a new standard, just like Star Wars and Blade Runner did. This is a turning point, Zach. You may be witnessing the birth of a vital new word that will soon become a part of film history. Yes, this single movie may be responsible for creating a whole new genre several years down the line. A genre known as island movies. I sure like the sound of that. Don't you, Zach?
Mm-hmm. Knock at the door. Room service. Link board. Oh, this is how we saved. In this game, you can use phones to save your progress. Phones are located inside certain facilities around the town and can be used whenever you wish. Saving often will definitely help your investigation go more smoothly. Because I think this game crashes sometimes, so that would be very unfortunate considering we just played for an hour and a half, and yeah. Sure, I don't care. I'll save down here. Yes. Okay, what else we got? We got the briefcase. Oh, toolbox. You can use the toolbox to store items, then take them back out later. You can only hold so many items on your person at once, so you'll need to utilize the toolbox sooner or later. Okay, we got on our person. Oh, the stuff in the left's in the toolbox, right? No, the stuff on the right. Okay. We have 200 rubber bullets, which seems excessive. First aid kits, cola, feather cigarettes. Past time. Some lollipops. Got coffee and shit in the briefcase. Some food. Sleeping bag. Okay.
I'm very satisfied with the decorations and the size of this closet, Zach. And it's even got a security box. What else could a man ask for? It's proof that we're still safely inside the fringes of modern civilization.
Even though we are in the Deep South. So just barely. You can use the closet to change clothes and send clothes out for dry cleaning. If you wear the same clothes for a long time, they'll become dirty, so make sure you clean them regularly and properly groom yourself. Do note that when you send one outfit out for dry cleaning, you won't be able to wear it again until it's delivered back to you. We have this one and a stylish brown suit. And if I do recall, this is one of probably only 2 games I've played. It has something in common with The Witcher 3, believe it or not. And that is, you can grow a beard by just not shaving. But when you shave, you have the satisfaction,
Due to the nature of our work, we've had to stay at hotels all over
a
America.
clean-shaven face.
But Zach, do you know what I hate most about living out of a hotel? Shower pressure. The shower was invented so that human beings could quickly bathe in large quantities of water, correct? Yet there are far too many hotels in our nation that have showers with embarrassingly weak water pressure.
Ah yes, the shower pressure epidemic.
It's an outrage. And I'll keep tooting my horn about this every chance I get, believe you me.
I don't think I've ever been in a hotel that had horrible water pressure. Oh, I guess we're just gonna take a shower right now. Okay. Just put my suit on. Time to take a shower. Housekeeping you want now?
Hey there, chef. What's cooking?
Chef, what are you talking about, sir? I'm the concierge, David.
Uh-huh. So,
I just heard from our chef that you wish to learn the meaning behind our town's name.
Yes, I've gathered that Le Carré is French, but does it have any special meaning?
Why, yes, sir, of course it does. A very clear, logical meaning.
Okay.
All names have meanings. Would you like
that's,
to know what this
yep,
one
that's
means?
why you came up here.
Yes, I would.
Jolly good, sir. Then allow me to explain. Le Carré means square in French.
Ah. And
That's it.
that's it?
Yes, that's it, sir. Do take a gander at the town map in the lobby if it fancies you. It's beautiful, valuable, and old. I'm sure you'll understand once you see it. Now, please excuse me, sir. If you ever need anything, please don't hesitate to ask.
Right. The smile.
Did you see that, Zach? That was clearly David. Not a twin, not a split personality, just the work of a true professional. It's bizarre, but I can understand it. Remember what they say, the job makes the man. feel that, Zach? Dozens of paintings no one will ever see. The faint scent of tobacco baked into these walls for over a century. Now that's what I call a hotel. Zach, can you see him? His fashion sense is beyond me, but he appears to be a gentleman. Perhaps we should talk to him.
What?
Nice tie. Did you buy it here?
It's been a long time since someone spoke to me. No one these days ever tries to see me.
Oh,
They can see what's far in the
gonna be a
distance,
trip.
but are blind to what's in front of them. No. Maybe they're only pretending not to see. That's what civilized society does to people.
Exactly.
No, somehow I doubt people would pretend not to see
Ever
this
since
dude.
mankind got their hands on civilization, they zoomed away at a frightening speed.
Zoomed away from what?
Don't be a fool. You know the answer. As for me, just call me Hungan.
Hungan.
Hunga. Title given to a leader in a certain religion. Is that what you are?
Do you comprehend the oracle?
The Oracle. Put on your religion hat, Zach. Here we go.
Felton maidens, in the shrine of hunger, find the flying serpent in the ambiguous zero. Dance with the flying serpent, and you will glimpse the other world.
10 maidens and an ambiguous zero. Got it. But what do you mean by otherworld?
Follow the oracle.
Wah.
Zach, did you hear all that? Looks like we've already taken our first step into chaos. But such is our duty. We need to accept the chaos, let it inside, then carefully dismantle it piece by piece. And after we've put all the pieces back into their rightful places, the truth will reveal itself. Let's capture the truth and present it with a shiny pair of silver bracelets, Zach.
Yeah. It wants us to look at the map. Okay. Check out the old map. Dun, dun. Got a vending machine with coffee. Butter cookie. Donuts in a vending machine. You know what's awful? Is those like those pre-packaged Little Debbie glazed donuts. Awful. They taste like slimy and whoa, check out her jacket. This lobby's huge.
Whether it's a restaurant or a hotel, the key to charming your customers is how you present your bathroom. I'm sure you feel the same way, don't you, Zach? Now this This is the kind of bathroom a person can really get excited about. It might even trump the one we saw in that drug dealer's house in Austin.
Oh yeah?
Remember? The art piece on display in there utilized the natural curves of human ribs in such a novel way. It was truly brilliant.
You've lived a very interesting life. Remember the human ribs in that one bathroom? It was beautiful. I don't know why they call this town the Square, though. Oh.
Zach, this is Lucare. I think I'm finally starting to understand what our concierge was trying to say. You can tell this town was built by a very methodical person. No, wait. Maybe they just didn't care, and that's why it ended up this way. It's just another symbol of mankind's obsession with molding nature to fit our own rules.
Okay. Map has been unlocked.
Zach, what did you think of Hungun's oracle? Despite all the dramatic build-up, it's little more than a childish riddle.
I always thought that Oracle was a person, but apparently it's what they...
Heartwarming, really.
It's like a premonition, I guess, or...
Exactly the kind of feeling one gets from the good old-fashioned countryside.
something that leads you somewhere. Guides you.
Now let's start by tracking down those 10 maidens. The oracle gave us a place and an act. We need to go to the Shrine of Hunger and fell 10 maidens. Now where in this town can one satiate their hunger? The hotel and where? And the 10
And the
things
sheriff's
that need to be
department.
knocked down. Simple, right? The answer is bowling. The shape of the bowling
Well,
pin
you
is
could
based
give
on
me
the
2
feminine
seconds
form.
to figure
The 10
it out.
maidens are the 10 pins.
But I'm gonna guess that it's the
Place
diner
someone
slash
can both
bowling
eat
alley.
and bowl at the same time. I'm skeptical as to whether we'll be able to find such a place in a backwoods town like this.
Does it just solve it for you? Because it already gave you like half a second to try and figure it out on your own.
Alexis's Diner and Lane. This is it, Zach. There are even pins and a bowling ball on the sign. I bet we'll be able to eat some Cajun cuisine and bowl there. Maybe even both at the same time. Nice job, Zach. I knew you'd be able to find it. Now for the other oracle. There's no flying serpent on this map. Could it be a contrail or perhaps a dragon? I'm sure we'll find out later. First, let's just figure out where we need to go. Do you know what the ambiguous 0 represents? 0 is usually treated as a base number, but under what conditions would a base number be ambiguous? The answer is temperature, Zach. Yes. 0 degrees Fahrenheit is minus 17.7 degrees Celsius, and 0 degrees Celsius is 32 degrees Fahrenheit. You'd be hard-pressed to find a more ambiguous 0 than that. The question is, does our 0 refer to Celsius or Fahrenheit? Let's think for a moment. We're in Louisiana. Which measurement system do we use here in America? The Clarkson Food Delivery Services Cold Storage Warehouse. That's got to be it. Even with this blazing sun in the sky, they can easily keep the temperature below freezing. Be honest now, Zach. You knew the answer from the very start, didn't you?
Actually, I did, because I've played this before, but that's besides the point. I got $15.
And how about that Hungan? What a mysterious character. His oracles may end up determining how much time
he's a little
you
weird.
spend in this town.
A little bit.
Sorry, boss, but this is a smoke-free hotel.
Oh, man.
If you're dying to smoke, head out the entrance and you'll find a smoking area in the rear parking lot.
I get it.
Don't
You're-
tell me. You're the
At
bellboy.
your service, boss.
You're just batshit insane. That's what you are.
Are you good friends with the concierge and the chef?
We work at the same place, yeah. But, I can't really say whether we're good friends with each other.
And we
We're
have
all
nothing in common. We're
professionals,
completely
nothing
different
more,
people.
Nothing less.
I believe we've struck gold here, Zach. It just screams deep south, actually. No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. I mean, it kind of does, because, I mean, it's ridiculous. And
So, if I want to smoke, I should go out the entrance and around to the rear parking lot?
Bada bing, bada boom.
nailed it.
Okay. I'll play by your rules.
Sure thing, boss. All right. Looks like we are off to do some bowling.